Alright, I just got here, ready for our first unload. Feeling pretty good. It's gonna be a long haul, but I think it'll go just great. What's up, buddy? Oh dear. Did that fall over?
No, Daddy put it over.
Oh, Daddy put it down. That's probably a good idea. Where is Daddy? Okay. Ooh, look at those nice new floors. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Don't mind that hole in the ceiling. We're loving it. We're loving it. Ooh, that paint looks good over there. Okay, well, obviously we didn't get everything done before we're moving in, but we're moving in. They got the floors all nice and cleaned. They're looking beautiful. Okay, time to unload the truck. What is going on back here? You crazy goose! You make a bed back here?
Yeah.
You should move that stuff into your bedroom.
I'm sleeping over here.
Oh, okay, time for a nap. Hudson's taking a nap in the truck. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Autumn.
Good morning, Autumn. Can't see her. All right, Gary is taking off the toilet.
Now can you see me?
We are replacing this toilet. All right, so right now he's taking the bolts off the back of the toilet. We're gonna take that off first. We're gonna set that in here, empty all the water out, and then we're gonna unbolt the bottom bolts there and take the toilet out because we have a leak. So we decided instead of just fixing the leak, we're just gonna take the toilet off and replace it. We're pretty sure there's just a leak in the seal.
Yep, and I'll let Tia help and save the day.
The wax ring.
So what is that?
This is the wax ring that seals everything. And so we need to take this off because we're gonna have a new one.
We have to scrape
What I'm
it.
concerned about is that the water is going down here. I mean, you see those like,
Yeah.
so it could be because of this and it's overflowing. But this hole, like this hole,
Oh,
I feel like we have to dig out all this, but I'm not sure.
then you have to put, what is this? This is like a, oh, that's the stuff you put in the grout.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's why you're
Here's our finished toilet. Gary and I were so proud of ourselves for putting this in. It's been working, no leaking, and we think it turned out great. So here's a fun little Saturday project for me. I am using some of our leftover vinyl plank flooring. We ripped it down to size and we're using it for new kick plates underneath our kitchen cabinets. So we're just kind of using what we have, and I'm using random things to keep my kick plates in place while the glue dries. So I think it looks okay for now. It covers up what was there previously. And I used this liquid nails to as my adhesive, which worked out pretty well. Running away. Whoa! Hey, what's she doing?
Cheese.
Cheese. Hi, sweet boy. You happy to be outside?
Yes.
You've been inside for way too long. Gary's working on making some more curtain rods for us. This is our curtain rods that we made a few years ago. We just want to make some more of them. We have a lot more windows to cover. Audio Jungle. All right, good morning. Happy day after Thanksgiving. Gary and I decided that sheetrock, although fun and not too difficult to deal with, is not something that we want to try to do in our kitchen. So we hired someone and they came in a couple days ago and hung this drywall for us to patch up our ceiling for the soffits that we took out several weeks ago. And then the wall that was taken out, they took out quite a bit of our ceiling drywall, so that had to all be patched up. So we hired a crew to come in and do it, and this is just the part where they just came in and hung it. In a few days they'll come back and tape and mud it, and they'll come back after that and sand it down and texture it and get ready to paint. So you can see after removing the soffits we were left with some ductwork. And I can't say that it's pretty, but it's way better than the soffit, so we're probably gonna paint it, or rather I'm gonna paint it. I took off all the duct tape because apparently duct tape on soffits is a bad thing, so I removed the duct tape and bought a tub of mastic and learned how to attach and seal my ducts. And I bought a new collar, you can see right there. And so I had to remove that piece and these two little sliders on the side and kind of shove my new collar in. And then I shoved it to fit up top there into the connection for the microwave hood. So that was my project for the last few days. That pipe there, will probably put some fancy base up there to hide that. And then this one I also removed all the duct tape and sealed it with mastic, which is a sealant that HVAC people use to connect ducts and seal any open gaps and seams. So it's basically just kind of like you're painting on, it looks like caulk a little bit, or like silicone, but a little bit easier to work with, and you just paint it on with a disposable toothbrush, or a paintbrush. Anyway, so I did that a few days ago, and yeah, I'll probably go through and paint that. We also had a fan installed. We had an electrician come and run the wire for that, cut a hole in our ceiling, and put in a fan for us, which we really like how it turned out. It's a nice looking Hunter fan. And he also attached a fixture onto our post. I'm gonna put a light right there, kind of it's actually an outdoor light, but I'll show you what that looks like when we're done wrapping it. We're gonna wrap this in wood eventually, and then he put a switch for that there, and that will also be a plug. And today we might actually try to get our island up, which will go right up against that post. But it's gonna be a movable island on wheels, so it's something that could move around the kitchen or out of the way if we need it to be out of the way. Our backyard's coming together. I've been spending hours and hours and hours raking. Had a little soccer game yesterday, Thanksgiving, with Autumn, playing some soccer out here. And we had our fire pit over there, so it's coming together out here pretty nicely. We will definitely have our work cut out for us this spring, building a deck and getting our garden planted. All right, let's go in here. Here's the garage. Gary's been organizing. He's doing a great job getting his garage put together. And his current project is sealing insulation and sealing open holes. So he took the trim off of our door that leads from the garage into the house. We had an energy audit done, and we were told there's lots of holes and leakage between the garage and the house. So we're gonna go through and try to seal up any holes that we can. So he ran this foam you get at Home Depot out of a can, sprayed it into these open gaps, and then we'll cut off the excess, put the trim back up, and then run a coat of sealant around the exterior of the trim. Here's the stuff that he used. It's kind of a mess to deal with, but apparently it works to seal up gaps. So the drywall people have finished their work after 3 days. First they hung the sheetrock, then they came back and did 2 coats of mud and tape, and today they did all the sanding and texturing, so now it's ready to be painted. I think they did a pretty good job. It was a little difficult for me to have people working in my home and messing it up. Definitely have to clean every time they leave, which can be a little frustrating, but I think they did a good job overall.